No judgments here, just the truth we find. It's the Snowcast Flow, where the stories unfold.
Yo, welcome. I'm Snow, and you're listening to me on Snowcasts, or you're watching me recorded on YouTube at Snowcraft40. Welcome. Today's a rant. A good old git, old-minded rant.
Welcome to the Snowcast Show.
Okay. So, what do I mean by this? Oh no, welcome me, by the way, to, me, my channel, and I hope you're all doing well, people. So, recently, I've been thinking about stuff, and just general people. So, you've got generations. So my parents, they were, I think, the baby boomers, I'm not sure. And then you've got Generation X, which I'm a part of, because Generation X goes from 1964, I believe, to 1980. So you're talking middle of 1980. I was born in March, so I just sneaks through. I just got there, so I am technically the last Gen X generation. There's loads of us that were born around between January and March, so yeah, technically I'm there, probably just the end of it, Thought next one kicked in. So I want to explain what it was like for me growing up as a Gen Xer, all right, and then I want to talk about what it's like now for the millennials, and what it's like for the 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. So they're totally different in a way. So me, I grew up, went to school, walked to school. I used to walk down first school, middle school, high school. I used to get a bus there because it were like, I can't remember if it was 3 or 5 mile up there. It was a fair distance. Sometimes I used to walk back. Yep, my mum would give me some bus fare, and that were it. So I used to get up. I used to get myself up, get breakfast, get myself ready, get myself, get my teeth done, face wash, etc., showered, get out. That's what you did. Your mum would, if she stayed at home, then she'd do all cleaning and washing and hoovering and whatever needed doing through there. My dad used to work I used to sell for work at like 7 in the morning, and then come home at like 6:30 at night. Sometimes he wouldn't come home at all if he were on doing call outs and emergency breakdowns and things like that. He'd be out all day, all night, then come home for a few hours and then back out again. That's how it was. So only really time I saw my dad was on a Saturday, But because he was tired out from working and earn money to keep this roof over his head, which now I own. Parents have moved on, they're still here. They've just moved away somewhere quieter and more peaceful, than city centre that I live in. But yeah, me and my wife own this now, so we barely spoke. Only time we did speak were on a Sunday, but there again, we could have gone to Menan's for the obligatory haircut, which I used to hate. I still do. I don't like my haircut. I hate shaving, but I hate having my haircut. So, yeah, I had my haircut done last month, I think. I'm just letting it grow now, that's it. Just letting it grow till winter, over winter. And then probably do it next year. So it'll have curls, and it's already started curling up at front and that. So yeah, parents, my dad were constantly working, and my mum were doing what my mum does: cooking, cleaning, hoovering, washing, and then on a night it were in front of TV and couldn't be bothered. If I had any questions from my maths or English, my dad were ask your mum, my mum were like ask your dad, and nothing ever happened. So it were like I had to deal with this myself. If there were questions, I couldn't ask nobody. I had to deal with it. I had to go out there and find it myself. Yep, I didn't have a calculator for maths. I had to use my head. We were no about.
I'm sorry about the technical fault we are experiencing at the moment. I don't know what's happened to Snow's voice, but we hope to be back with the usual programming as soon as we can. In the meantime, here's some music.
I am glad to say we've found Snow's voice again, so let's join back with him and his podcast. There were no mobile phones back then, back in 80s and 90s, Well, they were in mid-90s, but I'm not going to talk about that. Big bills, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, that was it. I had to go out there and deal with it myself. My mum and dad, because my dad used to own his own boat. He worked hard for it. Believe me, he did work hard for it. He earned it. He bought it, and my mum and dad used to go down. I'm not going to say location, but they used to go down and do work on it over the weekend. So it was just like me on my own. It used to take my sister with them. I was like 16, 17. I was on my own. My dad had give me some money, 50 quid. No, even 40, I think. Go down to my local supermarket, which was back then Quick Save, which went bust years ago. And I'd spend 40 quid on a week shopping. Easy. 10 carrier bags, carry them up home, put up food away. Yeah, shopping done, job done. That was it. So imagine the responsibility. You're a 16-year-old, you're doing shopping for a family of four, you're living by yourself, you're looking after the house, you're doing everything. Nobody's there to ask you questions or over it, answer your questions. How does wash work? How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you operate this? You're having to think about it yourself. That's why we're like that is what for like me growing up, you know. Plus having mental health conditions as well. My parents couldn't they couldn't understand me sometimes why I were acting like I was, why I were doing what I were doing, and you know, so on and so. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, it just it it was totally, you know, it was totally different back then. Um, Millions of Gen Xers, we all had similar experiences. Not all the same. That's why I said similar. Some might have had the parents there with them, you know. Some didn't. Some might have been entirely on their own, you know, a week on their own. Some might have not, you know. We all have similar experiences because that's what we're like as a Gen Xer. You you had nobody there to help you, to guide you. You had to deal with this stuff yourself, and you were expected to really deal with it yourself. So yeah, that's my thing. Any questions? There were nobody there. You had to think. You had to ask the question in your own head, think about it, then react. Yeah. Remember what I've just said there? Ask, think, react. Them three things in that order, because that's going to come up in a bit, right? So yeah, and then you know, I'm 46 now, and I've got, and I quite like this actually, because this is a good thing. Um, I run a Discord server, and I've got seven members on there. A few are adults, a few are kids. Well, I won't say kids, I'd say young adults, 16 upwards. My server has to be, you have to be 16 plus to be on there. It used to be 13 due to Discord's terms and conditions. It used to be 13, but I changed it to 16 because just too much trouble I've had. So, yeah, I've had guys on there recently coming up asking me in DMs, dude, can you help me with something? I've got a relationship issue and I need help, or I need advice what to do. And I'm like, I've, I've no idea, you know. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, I've had relationships myself when I was that age. And, yeah, I'm going off track slightly. Um, I said then I had no idea. Actually, I did. I did. They were asking me questions, you know, about, oh, should I split with this person? Blah blah blah. They don't trust me. I want to end it, and you know. And I'm like, well, this is getting serious. So I had to, as remember, think, react. Yeah, ask, think, react. Right. That guy asked. Yeah, asked. I said to him, well, I'm not going to divulge what I said to him, but, you know, something on the basis like, well, do you still have feelings for this person? And he thought, And then he reacted, told me what he was going to do. Yeah, that's the generation now. Another example. Oh, dude, I've got this question for you. It's something to do with maths. This teacher is bullying me. What do I do? What should I do? I don't like this teacher. They're constantly putting me down. Blah blah blah. This was actually, was it last year or year before? And I just turned around and says, well, if I was you now, I'd be going to your headmaster or headmistress and just having a word with them. I just say, look, you're struggling with this, you need help with it, and this teacher's constantly putting you down. You want help, but you're not getting it. And they thought about it, and they did. They actually went to headmaster, mistress, and had a word, and yeah, all was sorted out. Apparently, I got some feedback, and everything were all sorted. No, got on. Yeah, that's what I like about the generation now. If they're unsure about something, they'll ask. Yeah. Unlike Generation X, we had nobody to ask. We just had to go out there and find his own way around it. Yeah. Whereas those guys, they'd prefer to ask. Get the information from an adult that's been there. Now, my judge was most kids were, don't ask adult, they don't know what it's like. They do. They say, oh, your generation, you don't know what it's like back in my day. Actually, they want to know what it was like in your day, but you won't tell them what it was like in your day. Have a word with them. Tell them, this is what it was like for us. We had to, blah, 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 like I'm doing here. So yeah, those guys are happy, faz I know that I don't know if they've finished college or what. That's their business, not mine. But yeah, as far as I know, everything's all right. If they've got a problem, they'll ask me, think about it, and deal with it. Yeah, and then they'll come back, or I'll ask them, how did it go? Then did you get the result you wanted? Oh yeah, mate. Thanks for helping. Appreciate it. Fine. That's what I'm here for. You know. Yeah. But there's a generation before them. So you're talking 25 upwards, 25 to 35, around that. I'm hearing people talking about cat, you know. And it's, they don't ask, they react. No, they don't ask, they don't think, they just react. And it's like, whoa. For example, I'll give you a true story. I'm not going to mention names. I'm going to mention servers and all that. It's just a true story, and I never know this person might actually watch this or listen to this. I don't know. But because I'm a Minecrafter, that keeps me mental health going. Keeps me brain active. He invited me to his server, so why not? Creative thing, building, which I can do. I'm not good at, but I can do it. And he every time I went on, for some reason, it'd go in survival and not creative. Bear in mind, it's a creative server, right? It'd start in survival, so I'm like, well, what's going on here? So I said to this guy, dude, it's playing up again. All right, don't worry, Snow. I'll sort it now. Right, sorted. And I get on, and I'm like, and I accidentally pressed / right. If you type / on your keyboard when you play Minecraft, if you're on PC, it'll come up with like a list, like a menu, game, in-game settings and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I saw Corporate 8 and then Lightmatica. And I thought, oh. So basically, I had full, get this right, I had full control of that Minecraft server. And I don't think he was aware of that. I could have banned this guy, banned the owner, banned all mods, rechanged all password, so on and so on. Called it myself, called it my own. I had OP, I could have done that, right? But he didn't have, I don't think he had a clue at first, till me thought about it. Yep, asked myself the question, thought about it. Then I turned around to him, I said, oh dude, because there was an error on something. I said, if you just change settings on Corporate to do so and so, it'll be all right. And I think in his own head, he's like gone, how do you know I've got Corporate? And then, bing, ding, ding, like a ding-a-ling, alarm bells started ringing in his foot. Oh. And then I saw like Matica as well, and I challenged him about that. I went, oh, dude, by the way, I said, if you're building using like Matica, I said, all your fans and that, I said, they might not know, but I said, if they find out, yeah, your YouTube channel will go down because it'll become a fraud, yeah, a fraud to the Minecraft community, the fraud to his fans, you know, because he's supposed to be a first class builder, you know what I mean? First class at this, first class builder, first class Minecraft survival player. Comes across as cheating, and it's not going to look good. So I questioned him about that, and he's like, ban. Seriously, didn't think about it. Like, well, hang on, dude. Have you got OP? Yes. That's how I can get into bloody game settings. Oh, sorry about that. That's my mess up. I should have. I'll deal with it. Are you all right if you take it away from me? Yeah, sure. Right. Don't bother me. No, just didn't think about it. Didn't ask a question. Didn't think. Just went straight to ban. And I'm like, all right then. Plus, I told this guy some personal stuff as well, and microphones on a wobble. And I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. Even Mrs. Snow said you shouldn't have said that. And I'm like, well, you know. So at first I was thinking, well, he's banned me because of this, but I don't think it's that now. I think he's banned me because he didn't use that. Yep. And that's what us Gen Xers did. we had to use the Zs because we had nobody telling us how to do it. Yeah, we had nobody guiding us. We just had to figure everything out ourselves. Yeah. And he didn't do that. He just, yeah, because they seem to want people telling them, oh, this is wrong, buddy. That's wrong, buddy. You got to do it like this. You got to do it like that. Instead of using their own noggins, it's constantly, if you do this, you'll get that result. If you do the other, you'll get another result. You know, it's constant guiding them. Whereas the generation now, the 16, 17 year, 18-year-olds, they ask questions because they need guidance in a way because they're not sure where to go, and they'll ask. Whereas that generation, the 25 plus, they don't. They won't ask. They'll just react to it. So, yeah. Sadly, one of his friends that I was a member of his Discord server, I've just had to come off that as in yesterday because for the last few weeks now, I'd say things have just not been right there. Conversations have been lacking one way. I ask questions, no, I'd get said, just totally ignored. And I've sent him DM after DM after DM, just totally ignored. Then I sent one last night saying, hey, is everything all right? I've noticed that you're not streaming much now on bloody blah. Just want to know if everything's all right, mate. Nothing, totally blanked out. So I thought, ban. Nah, I just blocked him. I can't be bothered anymore. You see, the thing is, we got used to not having people around us, okay? I prefer it not to have any friends on the outside. Yeah, I just prefer it that way. Just nobody then can cause any trouble or, you know what I mean? I just prefer it that way. And I just thought, well, look, I can't be bothered dealing with this. I'm not chasing after you. I've better things to do in my life than chase after you. You do what you're doing. I'll do what I'm doing. And that's it. I just decided to remove myself from that server and just blocked his DMs, basically. Blocked the guy and just removed him from my DMs list. I just can't be bothered anymore. Seriously. My mental health, stuff like that, people ignoring me and not asking questions, you know, it sends me round bend to the point where I can't sleep at night. So, for the sake of my mental health, it's just get rid of anyone that's associated with that bloody place. Just go. So I have. So I might actually sleep tonight. So yeah, that is basically my rant about different generations. Why Gen X is totally different to Gen Alpha. No, is it Alpha? Gen Alpha. The 16, 17, and 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds, I think, and the one in between. It's just totally different. You know, one didn't have anybody there to ask questions because there was nobody around to ask, and they had to figure it out themselves. Figure life out the hard way. You know, I'd Not Live, that song. Yeah. And then you've got the generation that just didn't ask, didn't think, just did. And then you've got the generation now that are like, dude, I need advice. What do I do? You know, which I appreciate because at least they know, because I've been there myself. I've lived, I've had the life. I'm 46. I've got 46 years of life experience. I can give them that experience information that I've got to help guide them in whatever difficulty they're having. So, yeah. That's it. That's it. That's rant over. Goodbye. You know you are. I can't be. Just don't want to know anymore. Sod it. I'll be getting rid of members one by one that are involved with that place as well, because they're ignoring me as well. So F them. Frick you. Been wanting to say that for ages. So yeah. So Minecraft. I have been working on my own world, as you know, my forever world. And for you guys listening on Snowcast podcast, if you know the game Minecraft at all, I do play it. They say it's a kid's game. It's not. It's very much not. Even Notch says it's not. Even Minecraft movie wasn't made for kids, really. I built, I'm a creative builder, so I had an house on there, totally renovated it. Now, that will be coming up on a future video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, which you actually get to see me on camera, wearing my Snowcraft hoodie hat and my cushion each headset, which I ain't used for yonks. I'll get to why I don't use these, isn't it? Well, I am now, but I'll get to why I'm not using that bloody thing now. Yeah, I've got my own, like I said, I've got my own world, my own private, well, yeah, my own world. I've got an house. I've just renovated it. Um, there will be a video coming up on that soon. I don't know when, because I can't. I just don't have the will to upload videos every week now. I've only got an handful of subscribers, and there's just, I'd rather make one video a month, a podcast or something like that, or and then a Minecraft video. Just keep it, change it a bit, change it format and that. But yeah, for you guys on Snowcast, sorry, I got went off track. I have a Minecraft world there, and it's a forever world, which means it'll never reset. It's like playing in single player, where as long as your PC works, mobile phone, tablet, Xbox, whatever you play Minecraft on, as long as that keeps working, 10, 20 years, be amazing for technology now, that world will be there for that amount of time. It's just, yeah. So you might be working on a 20-year-old world, you never know, in like 10 years' time or something. I'm currently working on a 6-year-old world, something like that. no, 7. I think it's 7-year old now. It's world I'm working on, something like that. It's getting on a bit, but yeah, it'll never go. It'll outlive me. Definitely outlive me, as long as my PC keeps going. I keep it maintained and that, so it should do. I have it on a server, so my Discord buddies are able to go on there, choose their own island, build something, expand it, expand the world, basically help me expand the Minecraft world. Yeah. And then when I'm gone or whatever, no longer to play Minecraft anymore, that world will be always there. As long as Mrs. Snows will keep that server going and she figures out how to upload that world to those members that are on there, they can keep that world active. Yeah, they can keep it going. So Stovecraft will go forever, kind of thing. Well, yeah, I've been working on there, like I said now, for like 3 or 4 times. Renovated my house, built a bridge, TV studio. Next project is, I'll finish the house now. Next project is finishing bridge off, and then probably TV studio. In between that, I've been flattening a load of land because I think Mrs. Snow's going to build a base on there, so hopefully she will. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So, you guys on Snowcast, if you would like to see what I've been doing on YouTube, I've uploaded one video so far. There will be an update coming soon. I don't know when, but soon. YouTube at Snowcraft40, people. That is where you can find out what I've been doing on YouTube. So, yeah, just subscribe to YouTube at Snowcraft40. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. It'll always be free. I will never, ever charge for my content. Never. Because I can't, basically. I don't believe in it. And my content is never, it's never to the standard where I want to charge for it, you know what I mean? It's mediocre at best. So I'd rather just get stuff out there, what I can do, and share it with you guys. So, yeah, YouTube at Snowcraft40. 40. I know you guys on YouTube watching there can actually see that. Guys on Snowcast Carts, yeah. YouTube at Snowcraft40. Hit that like bell. Hit the hit that like bell. Hit that notification bell. That way, further videos, new releases, you'll get notified of that. And if you want to subscribe, please do. Not a problem. Yeah. I've been busy on that basically, doing about 10 hours a week, maybe no more than that. But between 15 and 20 hours a week, I'm working on that. So that's what I'm doing. Keeps me old mental health going, and kinda keeps me out going as well. So yeah. But I think that is probably it, guys. If you've got any questions you want to ask, please ask them on YouTube, on my channel. Send a question, write a comment in the comment section, and I will pick it up. I get a notification on my phone, then I go on and yeah. So pick it up and I'll read it. I do not know how to read comment. I don't even know if you can post comments and questions on podcasts. I don't know. All I do is just upload it to ESS, I think it is, or RSS, and then that does its thing. So that shares it out with Apple Music and Deezer and everyone else. So yeah. But if you've got a question, please ask in YouTube, and yeah, I'll try and answer them. When next podcast will be, I don't know. It's whenever I'm grumpy and I've got something to vent about that I want to ask you guys about. Get your opinions. Next Minecraft video, I really don't know yet. I might do one next week. Get it out for weekend. Get this out midweek or something. Then maybe Minecraft one week after. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, just stay tuned, guys. That's all I can say. So yeah, if you're a Gen Xer and you know what it feels like, please, yeah, hit me up. You know, let me know what it's like for you, what it's like for your experiences, what you've had to deal with, you know, growing up, being a Gen Xer. And if you're not a Gen Xer and you're 16, 17, 18, what's it like for you now? Do you do what my guys do? Ask questions and then, you know, try and think about stuff in a more logical way and deal with it in a low logical way. And if you're 26 to 35 or whatever, do you really do things without thinking about it? I hope not. I really hope not, because everyone that I've come across so far seems to do that. So I'm not, you know, dissing you or anyone like that. No, I just want to know, you know. I'm just comparing. I want to compare my experiences to yours. That's all I want to do, really. So, yeah, I've been going on 41 minutes now. So, I think from me, Snow, from behalf of Snowcraft 40 and Snowcraft, and yeah, Snowcasts. I'll say this has been a snow for YouTube. This has been a snowy short film production for Snowcraft 40, and yeah, hope to see you soon in a future video. And for you podcasters, yeah, this has been a snowy short film podcast for you guys. I'm not gonna go through all that. Copyright, whatever. 2026. Yeah. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and hope to see you in a future video podcast, guys. Thank you very much, and thanks for listening, thanks for watching.
No judgments here, just the truth we find. It's the Snowcast flow, where the stories unfold. Pour a drink, feel the beat. Let the magic take hold. Welcome to the Snowcast Show.
My name is Jeff.